Hello everyone. I just want to make again another video today because a lot of people have been asking, what do I need for the Seder? What do I really need to get ready for the night of the Seder? And they're not comfortable with not having all the things that people usually have at home, that I've already made sedarim with big fancy trays and crystal and silverware and everything. So I want to give a few tips here. Again, I'm not going to give halacha, but I just want to give a few tips to tell you about the things you can use to make it easy on yourself. So I'm going to tell you the things that you should really prepare before Yom Tov. So you should have them ready ahead of time, which means you should have them ready by Wednesday afternoon, something like that. Always better to have them ready before in case you need to go shopping or have something delivered. The first thing that you're going to need is candles. You're going to need to light candles. If you're a woman and want to light candles with your candlesticks can be poured hot water on it, because you don't really use them for chametz. You pour hot water on it, cold water if you want, or if you never wash them in hot water in your chametz stick things, that okay, just wipe them off and place your candles. If you do not have candlestick and you want to be minimalist, you can just use tea light candle and they'll be just fine. Make sure you put them on a tray where it's not going to burn, on a little plate, a ceramic dish or something like that, or any glass item that you have that will bear the heat. So you're going to need 2 candles for each days of Yom Tov, which means 3 times 2, that's 6 candles you're going to need at least. Then you're going to need also for the second days, but that's a different story. I'm just telling you what you're going to need for the Seder right now. You're also going to need a yatzai candle, because most probably your candle's not going to last until the next day, and you cannot light on Yom Tov without having a flame that has a pre-existing flame. So if you have a yatzai candle, which means a candle that lasts at least 24 hours, if you want to buy a big one that lasts 5 days or 2 days or whatever you want, but have a candle that is going to last you so you can light the next day, taking a flame from your pre-existing flame and lighting your candles with. So yatzai candle, what we call like 24-hour candle, 42-hour candle, whatever you want to call it. And your tea light candles, unless you're using oil, in which case you're going to need wicks, and your candlesticks. The second thing that meant, maybe you want to get a kiddo ready. Maybe you don't usually wear it because you're not the one conducting this there. This year you will. It doesn't have to be anything, just something white, okay? So if you have a white bathrobe, that will do it if you're stuck at home. Okay, the next thing that I've heard somebody said to me, I don't have a matzah cover. You don't have to have a matzah cover. A plain napkin will do it. If you don't have a napkin, which I doubt, but in case you don't have, you can take a clean handkerchief. You can take anything you want to cover anything, and that will do it. Make sure anything that you use from the year round for Pesach, that is a piece of material, whether it's tablecloth, towels, apron, or anything else that you're going to be using, make sure that it's been washed very thoroughly. In a good cycle. If you want to be extra careful, you can put a tiny bit of bleach, but you don't have to. Hot water will clean things. Okay, so you don't have to have a challah cover. If you have one, that's fine. If you want to make yourself one and draw on it, you go ahead. That'd be your project and your nice thing for Pesach. Okay, now a tray. You're going to need a tray. So if you do not have a tray, be creative. If you have to deal with whatever you have. The matzah, the shmura matzah, you're going to need shmura matzah, 3 shmura matzah for each Seder, whole matzah, and then for Shabbos you need 2 whole matzah for each meal for lechem mishneh. So figure out your additions and figure out how much matzah you need. For the Seder, you do need shmura matzah. For the rest of the time, you don't have to, unless you want to. If you do not have a tray, the matzah comes in a box. You can empty the box, put your matzah somewhere else in a big plastic bag. You know, I love big garbage bags. And you can use that box as your tray. You want to make it fancy, cover it with aluminum foil, contact paper, anything you want. Any tray that is not chametz will do. It doesn't have to be special. Okay. If you have a mirror, you can use it as a tray. You can use anything you want as long as it's not chametz. When I say chametz, it means something that's been used for chametz with heat in a hot. If you have something that has always been used cold anytime during the year, let's say a tray that is a mirror and it's a decoration tray or whatever, you can clean it very thoroughly and use it for Pesach. If you want to be machmir, you can cover it with saran wrap and then use it. But if you have never used it for hot and chametz, that is okay. I would cover it. I'm telling you things that are tips in case you get stuck, okay? All right, so you're gonna need an armchair or a chair, something that you can recline on. A chair with arms is fine. If you do not have an armchair, you can use a regular chair and then lean on the table. You're going to be leaning on the left side. It's preferable to have pillows, so get yourself a pillow, make sure it's clean. It's going on your table, so remember, everything touching food has to be washed and clean. A cup, you're going to need a cup. The cup should be at least 3.3 ounces. That's the minimum. So it's nice to have a nice cup, silver, crystal. All the people that really are wine connoisseurs knows that crystal's much better to drink wine. You can get yourself a fancy cup, anything will do. It's better to have not a disposable cup, but if you're stuck, you can still do that. This year, there's a lot of things that are going to flying out the window because people are stuck. So we're going to be very creative. Again, the cup you're going to need for the cups of wine. If you have an extra cup, that would be nice for the cost of Eliyahu. That's it. Do not use, absolutely do not use your year-round benches. Absolutely not. If you use your Seder, put it on the table. Do not use your regular Seder. Get yourself a new Seder for Pesach. If you do not have a Haggadah, well, now's the time to get it, really. The Haggadah will have everything in it. As I said before, if you are completely new to this and don't know what to do and you want to make it simple for yourself, get yourself a children art scroll Haggadah. It's nice, simple, has a little explanation, but basically you follow along and you'll be fine. Okay, so the cup, that's for the elements. So now what about the food that you're going to need for the Seder? I'm not talking about the food because I already did that video with the 10 easy recipe. In that 10 recipes for Pesach, actually, I did give my recipe for charoset. I'm not going to give it again here. Basically, what you're going to need is celery. You don't need very much celery, just a little bit of a stick of celery. You just wash it with a brush under running water, dry it, keep it in a little paper towel or something in the fridge until you're ready to use it. You only need a little piece, so it's very simple. And you're going to need your celery anyway because you're going to make your chicken soup and all that stuff, so fine. You're going to need grape juice. So you're going to need grape juice. You have 4 cups with 3.3 ounces of grape juice or wine, either one. The kos shel Eliyahu also. So that's for 2 sedarim, 4 times 3.3, plus you're gonna have Shabbos to make kiddush also at night and in the morning. So figure out how much wine you need or grape juice. For people who dilute, you figure out also you're gonna be diluting, so maybe you need a little less. Grape juice or wine. You're gonna need 3 whole matzah. As I said, you need shmura matzah for the seder, for the sedarim. You're gonna need 3 whole matzah, and then you're gonna need 3 times 2, because we have 2 sedarim, then you're going to need also for lechem mishneh for Shabbos. You're going to need 1 hard-boiled egg for your Seder table. You're going to need salt water in a little cup. It's very, very easy to make. Salt water, take water, put a little salt in it, that's it. You're going to need the charoset. I already give that recipe in my other video. You're going to need the a roasted piece of lamb shank, or you can take a chicken leg. Now that piece for the Seder, if you have boiled it or roasted or whatever it is, what you do is you take it with a tongue, with two forks, you put it over the fire and you roast it. That's how you roast it. You don't have to make a big fuss or put it in the oven. The main thing is that when it is under the fire, it's dried, it's not soaking in any kind of liquid. So that's how you roast your piece of chicken. You just turn it over the fire a little bit here and there, and you're done. That's not very complicated. The one that gets complicated is the maror, which is the, usually people use romaine lettuce because it is the maror. So for people that are stuck and cannot handle checking all that thing of lettuce or going through this, you can use endive. Some people use endive lechatchila because it's much easier to check. It's very easy to check, and it is bitter. I just want to tell you, it's much bitter than the lettuce. If you're going to be using the maror as if you're going to be using lettuce leaves for the maror or lettuce stalks for the maror, I'm sure the OU and other places or all kinds of different halachic authority have website. You can check out how to do it. This is very, very important. Again, if you want to make it easy on yourself, I give you the solution. Another thing that you're going to be needing, which is quite useful, if you get them ready, you're going to need for each time a kazait of this, a kazait of that, and this and that. And every time there is measurements for the Seder, because the mitzvah is fulfilled by taking a certain amount. So you want to have the measurement be done before Yom Tov. It'll save you time at the Seder, much easier. But if you don't, you can do it at the Seder time, not a problem. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of paper. And you make this measurement. You see my piece of paper here? Basically, any piece of paper will do. If you want it plastified, you can put it in a clean plastic. In a jumbo Ziploc bag will do. Any kind of plastic bag will do. This will won't get wet. But anyway, I want you to check that you have this size for the maror when you're going to be eating the maror. If you have leaves, all right. If you have the matzah, there's 2 different sizes that you're going to need for the matzah. So these are the 2 sizes. You take a ruler, you make your thing, you prepare this in advance, all right? There is a different version of this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. If you have, this is the measurement for the maror if you're using the full leaf, but if you're using only the stalks, so this is the measurement, all right? Okay. And this again, it's a different version of the other one. You don't need to repeat it, it's a different version, it's fine. All right? So this you prepare for yourself before, while you have a ruler, and rulers are not supposed to be used on Yom Tov, so just want you to be prepared. I think that I said everything. Remember, nobody's going to wake you up if you fall asleep, so make sure you're up and going for your Seder, and you're going to have an amazing experience. This year, you're going to get out of your limitation big time, and you are going to find that you will enjoy it. So wish you all the best. Have a Chag Sameach, a good Yom Tov, And if you have any question, you can call me. Thank you. Bye-bye.